When it comes to Dalek stories of the 1970s, one often hears about Genesis of the Daleks, but for me, the true gem lies with Planet of the Daleks. It's not without its flaws, but its combination of action, high stakes, and classic base Under Siege, this time reversed, adds tension, hits all the right notes. Welcome to the Snake Pit, where we're full of bile and venom. I'm your host, Snake Damon, and today we're uncovering why Planet of the Daleks is my personal favourite Dalek story of the 70s, and why it stands out in a decade where the Daleks weren't always at their best. The story begins with the Doctor in dire straits, having been wounded by the Master in the previous adventure. This immediately puts him at a rare disadvantage, allowing Jo Grant to shine in the opening moments. After the Time Lords direct the TARDIS to the planet Spiridon, the Doctor discovers the Daleks are experimenting with invisibility, because clearly they weren't terrifying enough already. The return of the Thals, the Daleks' ancient foes, adds an extra layer of nostalgia and tension. It links back to their origins in the Daleks, giving the story a sense of continuity amidst its pulpy thrills. This isn't just a skirmish with a rogue faction of Daleks. This is an impending galactic invasion force of 10,000 Daleks. While the effects for their army may have been a bit ambitious for the time, hello model shot, the sheer scale of the threat is palpable. Adding to the tension is the presence of the Spiridons, whose invisibility gives the Daleks a terrifying new weapon to exploit. Wester, the sympathetic Spiridon, brings emotional depth, especially with his heroic sacrifice to neutralize the Daleks' bacterial weapon. Despite being a six-parter, the story rarely drags. Jo's escapades with Wester, the Doctor's clever escape plans, and the infiltration of the Dalek base are all well-paced, keeping the viewer engaged. The plan to flood the Dalek army with liquid ice is quintessential Third Doctor ingenuity, showcasing his resourcefulness against impossible odds. The Supreme Dalek deserves special mention. Its black and gold design is iconic, and its ruthless execution of a subordinate demonstrates why the Daleks are among the best villains in science fiction. The Supreme's ominous vow that the Daleks will return is the perfect capstone to this classic adventure. Why it outshines its contemporaries. Other Dalek stories of the 1970s just don't measure up. Day of the Daleks is a time travel tale where the Daleks feel like afterthoughts, awkwardly inserted into a script meant for other villains. Death to the Daleks explores the Daleks without their guns, but watching them flounder against the primitive Exilons diminishes their menace. Genesis of the Daleks, while brilliant, is more about Davros than the Daleks. It's a morality tale, not a showcase of Dalek dominance. By contrast, Planet of the Daleks gives us exactly what a Dalek story should. High-stakes action, strategic brilliance, and the Daleks at their most menacing and ambitious. Yes, some of the effects are dated and the camp is hard to ignore, but Planet of the Daleks delivers everything I love about the series. It's thrilling, packed with memorable moments, and quintessential Doctor Who escapism. As for that Supreme Dalek's final threat, considering how many times the Daleks have been destroyed only to return, I'd say they're the galaxy's ultimate comeback kings. Except unlike Daleks, kings rarely exterminate. I'm Snake Damon, and this has been The Snake Pit. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell, like the video, and leave your opinions in the comments, where, naturally, I won't read them.